Welcome to Jack's Fashion Lab, the podcast where we pull back the curtain on the fashion industry. I'm Jack, fashion instructor at California State University, Long Beach, and I'm here to help you navigate the real world of fashion. Whether you're looking to break into the industry, gain insight from experienced professionals, or simply deepen your understanding of how fashion really works, you're in the right place. Here we'll uncover industry careers, decode fashion terminology, explore marketing and consumer behavior, and share practical tips, tools, and strategies to help you build and grow your fashion career. So get ready to have some fun and see the industry from inside out right here in Jack's Fashion Lab. What happens when a group of fashion students are given only recycled materials and one goal? That goal being to create a large-scale 18 by 8 feet textile mural in just 3 months. This is their story. We're following a group of fashion students from Cal State University, Long Beach, as they work together to create this memorable mural. Working alongside 4 fashion instructors and in partnership with the Salvation Army, students transformed discarded garments into something entirely new, to be showcased and displayed at SeaWorld in San Diego with a big reveal on June 8th, World Ocean Day. Starting as a mood board, a pile of denim and discarded clothes, and a very large vision, this project explores what sustainable design truly looks like in practice. In this episode, we focus on the build, those big ideas, the inspiration, the materials, and the challenges as the students bring this mural to life. So join us as we capture the journey. This is Making Waves, the Build. Starting point of this journey was really coming up with the overall concept. We knew that we had quite a lot of space to fill and a lot of pressure since this would be unveiled and showcased at SeaWorld San Diego. Coming up with the concept, we wanted to make sure that it was something important to SeaWorld and also that we took on the meaning of sustainability and conservation. So we really built our concept around a timeline, and we wanted to create an entire ocean world story. So SeaWorld San Diego was established in 1964, and it, of course, has a very long and evolving history. We were inspired by the years when different animals were introduced. So the key to our design is those various animals as well as the dates, featuring the species as then a visual storyline to reflect the history of what we like to now call the SeaWorld family. We're also hoping, of course, that this will make us a part of the SeaWorld family. Let's check in with our students to see how they feel about the selected mural.
I like the concept with the timeline because it seems like it could include many different marine animals. I also think it would be meaningful to highlight different moments from each year. It gives more flexibility for each person to contribute their own section as well.
After developing this initial vision and story, the group began sketching, each individual exploring what the mural could potentially become. From there, we came together and selected one final design to move forward with. That sketch was then scaled up, projected onto the walls of the classroom, and transformed onto large bed sheets that had been sewn together to create the foundation of our mural. It was a process. It required a lot of collaboration, a lot of problem solving, and even a little bit of flexibility. So tag along as we start to sketch out and build our mural.
Two.
I can.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, it's not. Hold on. It's. Should we?
Let me help you.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to match that.
Yeah, we have to
match the
stretch.
projector.
Okay. Yeah, can you do?
I think
Should I?
I think I want to move it a little bit to last way.
Left, right?
Yes, like have a quarter,
Like this. Yeah.
a quarter.
Like this. Should I?
We can go a little bit up because we have some space down.
But it has to match with the projector.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Yes. And measure the dimension in advance. Thank you.
You did very good prep. Yellow.
Because I don't want like a mess up. Thank you, Sarah.
That part is a little bit saggy.
Yeah. I think she should do up there and then we go.
I think. Do you think we can print this out?
Print out?
Yes.
I don't think so. We don't have a budget.
Oh my god.
That's the thing. We are going to sustainability.
You're right.
I have to move.
It was a good thought. Once the full layout was in place, each student then selected a panel to start developing their own piece of a larger vision. Let's hear from a few students as they introduce us to their panels and share why they selected what they did.
My name is Daisylin Lazaro. I am a double major in fashion merchandising and fashion design. And I have panel number 5, which is the jellyfish, which I love. And then it's from 2023.
Awesome. Oh, I'm so excited to see how the jellyfish turn out. So why did you want to be involved in this project?
This is kind of like what I do for myself, like upcycling things. I love going thrifting. I'm going today. And I just recently made like a shirt where I like thrifted a bunch of fabric scraps to make like patches on it. So this is really like, this is what I love doing.
Have you decided kind of what you're going to use material-wise for the jellyfish?
Yeah, so there's like a lavender kind of chiffon that Professor Ling showed me that I want to use. And then I have some scrap fabric from home that's like a tool that I might also incorporate.
Cool.
But I want to make it sort of see-through so that I can have stuff going on the inside as well, because I want to make it 3D, definitely.
Hi, my name is Khai Van Lee. Actually, I go by Khai, and then my major is fashion design, and then I am a senior. Actually, a minor in fashion merchandising. So I choose the panel number 2. I think because the main reason I choose this one is the 2 really cute sea lion that I really like, and then I think this panels have like varies like different color of denim, and then I really like that one.
Hi, my name is Sadira Chavez, and I am majoring in fashion design. And the section that I chose was section 11, the sea turtle. So it has a bit of green, brown, and the waves are, some white and blue in there.
Any reason why you selected the sea turtle?
I feel like I was just interested in seeing something three-dimensional with some patchwork, and that's going to be something exciting to do. And it'll probably be my first time doing a three-dimensional like structure as in like in an animal. So hello, my name is Melissa Aviles. My major is fashion merchandising, and currently I'm working on the mural. on the section number 3. The main reason why I wanted to join was because I want to get some experience sewing, working in group, and also learning a little bit more about sustainability and like some techniques that can be used, such as making a mural with the recycled clothes. But I feel like this experience is gonna help me mostly as a college student because in the future, like you need skills such as teamwork, adaptability, such as me. I literally started learning how to sew for this project specifically. Literally, I have 2 days of experience, but so far I have tried my best to work on the mural and also learning new skills. So yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your specific panel that you're working on.
So it's gonna be a background of denim, like different shades of denim. And also it has 4 penguins on the upper section of the mural, which has a 1983 number on the side of the penguins. So yeah, so far that's a little bit of the description of that section. I really wanted to like get a new skill in general. As a merchandising major, I feel like that chance of like sewing is not too much involved. So far, I'm loving it.
And
Okay.
you bought a sewing machine off Amazon?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I wanted to borrow one from one of my friends, but I didn't want to bother them. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy one and then I'm gonna watch a video how to do it. Like, I literally spent like 2 hours on trying to like shred it up and how to do that and how it works. I pinched myself a little time. I was literally sweating just doing a few parts, but so far I feel like the more I do it, the more I'm learning.
Yeah.
And yeah, practice makes well, how we say in Spanish, la práctica es el maestro. So yeah, so far I'm trying my best. My family too. My mom specifically, she has been getting like really excited because sewing, she wanted to learn how to sew when she was little. She also had a sewing machine. She has been really excited for me to work on this project as well. Like she was asking me like, oh, ¿dónde va a ser? ¿Y cuándo va a ser? Like, what are you gonna do? So yeah, she has been really involved and like very supportive as well.
Moments like Melissa's sharing really started to remind us that the project is more meaningful than actually just constructing the mural. That there were stories behind each section of the mural. Stories of inspiration, challenges, new skills being developed, identity, and experiences that were actually starting to shape what each student was creating. Next, we're going to hear from a few more students as they share what inspires their work, how their past experiences are influencing designing the mural, how they think about sustainability, how they think about it in their own lives, and how they're thinking about it in this project. So let's continue to get to meet some of the students working on the mural.
My name is Sarah. I joined this Morrow projects because I want more experience about communication, the project of the school, and also friends and professor to like close a relationship. And also, I want to have more experience about the sustainability of the textile. My panel is working on it right now. It's the pattern number 6, which is the biggest one, the huge one. This panel must be have like 3 people. So I have my friends and also professor. So which is really more experience about relationships.
So there's 3 of you that have to be working on this panel because it's so incredibly large.
Huge.
It's in the middle of
Yeah,
the mural,
it's the
correct?
dolphin, the biggest dolphin one.
Have you ever worked or done anything like this before with kind of upcycling materials?
This is my first project in an entire life.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the project of school. I mean, of school.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Yeah, because like when I was in college, I haven't interned on join any project before, and I wanna like join to be what happens in there. Like everybody's so fun, like working on it, and I will try to enjoy it too with everyone's.
My chat with Sarah really inspired me. I forgot what it's like to be a student. I forgot what it's like having to rush from class to class, maybe having a job, having to make sure that you get all your responsibilities done in the day. That joining this project really, to her, was less about the mural and more about the connection and the community and getting to work with others and getting to make friends that were interested in the same things that you were interested in. After speaking with Sarah, I really wanted to dive into learning more about the community aspect of this. So I decided to look at the mural and kind of see who was having to work individually, but also very much so collaboratively at the same time. And I landed on our individuals that were creating the coral. The coral was making up a large majority of the bottom of the mural, but had multiple people working on the sections. So they had to come together to chat and to grow and expand to make something that was going to be cohesive.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks good.
Thank you. I just kept thinking about it and thinking about it, and I was like, all right, I should probably just start cutting because I don't think it's gonna come to me, you know.
Yeah. I know. I got what's it called? What are those called again? Straps from bikini straps. I'm assuming. I have no idea what to do with that. I was thinking maybe braiding or something.
Yeah.
You
What did you get?
Oh, we have bags.
Bags of
Really?
them.
Bags.
They're great colors for the
Okay.
coral as well.
Okay.
I'll bring my stuff over here so I get inspo off of what you're doing.
My name's Aislinn Bates. I'm a fashion merchandising major, and I have panel 8, which is going to be the plants on the left-hand side of the mural. I chose to join the project because I thought it'd be a really good opportunity to do something like with sustainability, and it would look good on like my portfolio and things. Because a lot of students like say that they're about sustainability, but actually being able to like show that you are, I thought would be really good. And I chose a plant specifically because I thought the texture would be really fun.
Cool. And I'm Ivan Ramirez. I am a fashion design major here at Cal State Long Beach, and I am doing section 14 of the coral for our mural. I decided to do this out of curiosity. This will be my second upcycling project. I already did a project with reassembly and reformation earlier, and we also partnered with reformation. They donated their jeans and we created something crazy. I chose the coral because this is something that I have not experimented with, so I really wanted to expand my craftsmanship and creativity because this is something very new for me.
Yeah, so you're both working on coral sections. So can you help to describe a little bit about what materials you're using? I mean, obviously we know they're Salvation Army donated materials, but like what are we actually doing to get this coral?
Well, I guess can we talk about goals that we want? Because we're definitely looking for material that's more felt like, definitely something that has more of synthetic blend so you can manipulate it a little easier.
So we have like a bunch of bikini straps. So we're gonna try to do something with those. And since they're really thin and we have a lot of them, we were talking about braiding them.
Mm-hmm.
And then something else we were just discussing was that we need to have, like the two sides need to have a little bit of cohesiveness. And so we were saying that if we have like a bunch of tan pants that we're maybe going to use for sand that he was, I went and got some tan pants too to include on the side of mine too. So yeah, they would be a little bit more cohesive and you could tell that they both were kind of worked on by the same people.
Right. So big amount of teamwork that has to go in. These are kind of large areas, large panels too, with a lot of intricate detailing. Do you feel a little overwhelmed at this point?
Honest answer?
Yes.
Yeah. I definitely this is gonna be a testament of my time management. Well, we're gonna see, because I want to do well. I want this to come out good.
After speaking with the team, it really became clear to me that this project was way more than just creating a mural. It was really a mix of excitement, even some hesitation, obviously some pride, and a lot of it wrapped up in nerves. All of it was starting to take shape through sketches and those individual perspectives, that inspiration and support from loved ones, as well as a lot of shared vision with one another. Each student was bringing something different to the process. And in the next episode, we'll continue to be hearing from more of the team as the project moves forward. We will then shift more into the construction phase as ideas will be tested through experimentation, adaptation, and of course, problem solving. So join us as we continue to build our final installation for SeaWorld. I'll see you next time on Jack's Fashion Lab.